Hey guys, so today I figured I would do a Ramadan dinner. Some of this might be kind of prep because I do have to make one of the items as a prep item so that I don't have to do it every single day. But for tonight's purposes, I think I'll just make the dinner and then later on I'll just go on and do the prep stuff just so you guys don't have to sit around and wait for it. Let me just make sure that I've got, okay, I just needed to fix the lighting. Okay, so this is basically an Algerian Ramadan dinner. One thing that we always have is a tomato soup. It's very light. It has cilantro. It's refreshing. Has onions. It's very simple. And the next thing we're gonna do is burek, which are egg rolls. They are filled with ground beef. So I'll show you how I make all of those. And on the side, I'm also going to make some eggplant and some rice. So if y'all want to hang out with me and watch, we'll get to it. If you've already started Ramadan, I hope it's going splendidly. If not, then tomorrow is the day. But we're gonna go ahead and get started, okay? So let me just move you a little bit closer so you can see what we're working with. I have everything set out already. So the first thing you're gonna need is ground beef. It depends on how much you're gonna make. I have 2 pounds. I'm going to make 1 pound of it right now, just to show you guys. Okay, let me just move this down. All right, let me turn this light on. Okay. Okay, so we are going to start by warming this up. So you're going to need 1 large onion. So I'm just gonna cut this. You're gonna want to dice this finely. And of course you can put it in a food processor. You don't have to, or you can grate it using like a kind of a shredding utensil if you want to. So I'm going to make just the small batch for today, just for the, hi Selma, Ramadan Mubarak. I hope everything is going well. I don't know if y'all started today or you're starting tomorrow. So we're making burek. This is for Ramadan. We do have this for every single Ramadan dinner in Algeria. So I'm going to show y'all how to make it. You're going to start with 1 onion. Give this a good old slice. Okay. So I'm just chopping my onion. You are going to use ground beef. We do use ground beef for this. I guess you're welcome to use ground lamb, whatever it is that you have or prefer. But we use ground beef usually. And this is something that I do like to make ahead of time. Whew, that's spicy. I do like to make this ahead of time. And you just basically roll them and then stick them in your freezer and they'll be ready to fry when it's time to eat. But tonight I'm going to show you guys how to make the whole thing, and then I will do the food prep portion of this later on when I'm off of the live, just so y'all don't have to sit around watching all of that, okay? So this is just finely chopped, okay? You're going to turn on your pan and we're going to drizzle a little bit of oil in here. You started today? So in Saudi Arabia, they started today, and in Algeria, where I'm from, they're starting tomorrow. So we started today because my husband's from Saudi Arabia and he figured, why not? So, and I have been at it all day. I do have some desserts that I do want to make. I think I will make those live because I think a lot of people would want to see some of those desserts. Hi, Scorpio. Hello. How are you? So these are Algerian egg rolls, you guys. These are the bomb diggity. If you ever go to Algeria, you best believe that this is something that you would likely taste. Okay, so we're just waiting for this to warm up. The onion is already chopped up. While we're waiting for this to warm up, I'm going to take my parsley. Okay, so you want some fresh parsley. I'm going to just take half a bunch of this. I'm using the other half for the dinner. Let me go ahead and put this right here. So you want to give this a chop. You guys, these are delicious. I can guarantee you that much. And they are easy to make. And like I said, you can make these ahead of time. Roll them and don't fry them. Just roll them and put them away, okay? Put them in your freezer. And then when it's time to eat, just go ahead and fry them up. They do beautifully that way. that is one of those things that is a wonderful prep item. Okay, so you're going to start off with your onion. So take your onion. This thing is taking its sweet time, let me tell you. So we're going to fry up the onion. And you're going to cook this up until it's translucent. Okay? Let me get some napkins to put over here. So how is everybody? How are you? What's good? What's going on? What are you doing? So we're going to cook this up. And then for our second meal, we're also going to be making these eggplants. These are so cute. Okay, so we are going to stuff these eggplants and we're going to make them with rice. Florida? Ooh, nice. Hey, Tebe, hello, welcome in. We're making some Algerian egg rolls, y'all. These are real good. These are real good, okay? So you're going to want these to get translucent, nice and flavorful, and then we're going to throw in our ground beef. I'm going to save some of the ground beef to fill our eggplant with, and we are going to make that with rice. So yesterday I did make the kunafa, which is the shredded phyllo dough, and there's a creamy filling inside along with, yes, that's right. You just had a thought, oh yeah, I think you're what, 2 hours ahead of me. Yeah, that makes sense. So, you guys, I will be doing like a full prep situation where we're going to make little empanadas. I'm going to do the egg rolls. I'm going to do all that. It's everything that's going to go in the freezer and be ready to go for iftar. Okay, so this is doing its thing. So once you start to smell it, it starts smelling real good and starts burning your eyes, go ahead and add your meat to it. Okay. So I'm doing 1 pound in here. Just break this up. Like I said, this is definitely something that you will see if you go to Algeria. It's something that you will likely taste. And we are going to make the soup with lamb today. Hi, Mel's. Hello. Hi. Hello, Wyoma. Hi. We're making some Algerian burek, which is Algerian egg roll. This is something that we have for every single Ramadan, alongside the soup, which is shorba. I'll show y'all how to make that one too. So far we've got 1 whole onion, a little bit of oil, and we're putting in the ground beef. We're going to add in some parsley. We're about to break fast in 20 minutes. Oh, nice, nice. Okay. Yeah, we've got a little bit. Got about 1.5 hours. It's still nice and bright out. So you're going to want to cook this until it's nice and brown. And you don't need a whole lot for this, you guys. There's a lot of flavor that just comes straight from this, okay? And I'll show y'all. So in Algerian cooking, we do use a lot of cinnamon for savory foods. So this is one of those situations. I almost had a heart attack thinking I didn't have any more cinnamon. I was like, I've never run out of cinnamon ever in my life, okay? So I was like, oh my gosh, I know I have some. So you're gonna wanna sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon in here, brings out that sweetness in your onion. Beautiful, okay? I'm going to add a little bit of onion powder just to intensify the onion that's already in here. Like I said, this is something that you would end up finding in stores if you go to Algeria. Okay, so, and then we're going to do some salt and pepper. And I'll show you guys how to roll these beautifully. I did buy 2 different types of egg roll sheets, just so we can test them out and see which one is best. But you can, yes, Mel, cinnamon and just about everything that we make. All right. But you can get these sheets. Let me go ahead and show you. These are the sheets that you're going to be using for this. Hi, Sammy. Hello. Welcome in. So these are the sheets that we are going to be using. You do find those at the H Mart, okay? If you have an H Mart near you, you'll find those. So what you don't want to use for this are the wonton type rolls, or the wonton type dough. It's not a dough. It's supposed to be a sheet. It doesn't puff up, okay? Those kinds you can use for like an empanada type of situation. So we're cooking this. It's going to get nice and brown. Hi, Chris. Okay, y'all have a good night. Absolutely good to have you. Thank you for stopping in. All right, so once it starts to get brown like this, you're going to want to add in your parsley, okay? So we chopped up some parsley. Add that right in. You have to add the parsley or it's not burek. Okay? It's already smelling real good. And I'll show y'all, because we're going to do this with the quickness, okay? And you usually have to. So everything is looking good and cooked. Now you can, if you're a person who does not like little chunks, yeah, Ramadan wise. Love you, Chris. You take care. You have a good one. Yeah, it's been good, Sammy. I hope you're having a good time. I hope little one is doing good. I'm sure it's real nice to have him home. All right, y'all. So, okay, once it starts to dry up right here, okay, just like it is doing right now, we're going to turn this down, and we're going to add 3 eggs. So that was about a pound of meat. You're going to need about 3 eggs for this, okay? Y'all, I did a lot of baking last week. I almost thought maybe I used up all the eggs and didn't notice. So we go in right here. We're going to use 3 eggs. If they're small, go ahead and use 4. Okay? So, what you want to do with these eggs is you're going to put them in here, but you don't want them to cook all the way through. As in, like, you don't want them to get scrambled completely, but you do want them to hold their shape, okay? Obviously, if you have a little bit too much oil or a little bit too much water in here, if, you know, that's been released from your food, go ahead and strain that a little bit, but you really don't have to. Like, I don't have much in here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead with this. So turn it down, and you're going to want these to cook a little bit with the heat that's already in here. These are little baby eggs, right? We're going to mix this. The egg is what helps hold your filler together. So regardless of what kind of egg roll you're making, if it's not this delicious Algerian egg roll, you're going to want to add a little egg to yours, okay? Just add some egg to it to make sure that your filling holds beautifully together, doesn't fall apart, doesn't get all dry once you fry it, okay? All right. So we are where we want to be right now. This is what it should look like, all right? So now we take it off the heat, and I'll show y'all how we do things, okay? So in a perfect world, usually if we were all prepped and ready to go and whatnot, I'll show you guys how we prep the egg roll situation, the egg roll papers, okay? Excuse me. So if you're making a huge batch, basically like if I was doing a food prep, okay, I would pull these apart completely, all of them, okay? And as you're pulling them apart, you're going to want to put them in between 2 covers, okay? Because they'll dry out very quickly. So let's see if this one has an opening. It does not. Okay, there we go. I'll show you guys. So prior to starting to roll, you're going to want to pull these apart. Wrap them in something too, so they don't dry out. You can use some wax paper, So this is a new brand that I haven't used. I usually use a pink one, but they look just as good. They do feel slightly thicker than what I'm used to though. They do feel thicker. So this will be interesting. Ooh, okay. So these turned out to be not the egg roll that they advertised. These are the same ones that you would use for a spring roll. So there you have it. We can use this one today because we bought it and we're not wasting anything. But I'll show you regardless. And let me show you the other ones. These are the other ones, okay? These ones will give you a super crunchy one. This one is a little flakier, okay? Yes, I am making a stop. I left the freezer open. All right, so this is how you roll it, okay? We're gonna get going and we're gonna do this. Let me get a spoon that will measure well. You take your filling right in here. Put it right across just like this, okay? I'm gonna put a little more. We're gonna make a couple of fat ones, okay? Whoop. There you go. So fold over. Fold it like an envelope. Bring it in. Roll. Okay? Here's your egg roll, okay? We don't need this. I'll put it right there. So y'all will be here with me while I do this for just, and if you don't want to do it diagonal like this, you can do it like this too. Let me show you a different way to do it. Depending on the kind of egg roll that you're holding, using, liking, whatever, okay? If you do it like this, bring this one in, and this one in, okay? Give it a little pat down, just like that, okay? Bring this one in and give it a roll. There you have it, okay? So the old school way, that's how we do it, okay? These ones are definitely different, y'all. Definitely different. So these are going to be crunchier and thicker. If you do get dough like this, which is something that you would find at your local store, like a Kroger or whatever, okay? If you find that's what you're going to be using, if you don't find the super thin, super crunchy ones. But the traditional ones are the crunchy ones, okay? Okay, here you go. The ones that we have in Algeria are round. They're big, round. They almost look like crepes, but a super, super skinny, super thin crepe with a crunch to it. So I'm just going to speed through this as much as I can. But y'all make sure you let me know if you have any questions while we're doing this, okay? If you are a vegetarian, obviously use a different filler for this, okay? What time is iftar? Hi, Mish, hello. Iftar should be in about an hour and a half. I think I have the alarm on there. And you guys, I will show you this soup. This is our the soup I'm showing you today is our version of a tomato soup, okay? You can also make it with something called firik, which is cracked wheat that you throw in there instead of noodles, okay? That's vermicelli noodle, very, very thin. It's angel hair. We put it in there, and it is good for you, okay? It's not fattening. It's very low calorie, but it will help if you've been fasting all day. It's perfect to open up your appetite, okay? And y'all, when you're doing this, okay, let them sit for a minute. Let them sit for a minute prior to frying them, just to help this seal. If you are using one that has a little cornstarch, like it appears this one does, like I said, this is a new product for me. Oh, maqluba, yes, girl, yes. I actually had it at a Palestinian friend's house. It was real good. And I have made it before, but girl, it it didn't hold as much as it should, and it spilled a little, okay? If yours has a little bit too much flour, a little bit too much cornstarch, or you're afraid that it will open up on you, go ahead and get a little bit of egg wash, just like egg white. Mix it with, they're screaming up there. They are screaming up there. Get a little bit of egg white, put a little bit of water in it, and just right here, just paint this area right here, and it will seal it. It won't go nowhere, okay? And I'll show you guys, we're gonna do that seam side down when we're frying them. We're almost done with this here meat. You guys, and the way that we eat this, right? You put this, you serve this up. Where did I put the napkins? You serve this up with the soup, right? First, that's what you open up with. This is like the appetizer, right? You serve it up with the soup and the egg roll. And then with the burek, you serve it with some lemon, and you put a little squeeze of lemon juice on top of it, right? Just crunch right into it. So because now I know for a fact that these are more so wonton wrappers, these are not the egg roll wrapper. Tomorrow I think I will grab the regular ones for the rest of them, depending on how, maybe we'll like this even more, who knows? Just for the prep. But for these, I will fill them with something else, and they will be just little bites of something, maybe with some cheese and chicken or something like that. Okay. We're almost done, and then we're going to move on to the soup. The kids are making my eye twitch, let me tell you. Bless them, but oof, they are not behaving today. I told them, you know, you're not going to get to play hockey, because they play hockey every night after dinner with their dad. I'm like, I'm going to cancel hockey. You guys, I made them a Stanley Cup too. Made them a little DIY Stanley Cup. They were very excited about that. All right, so this should be the last one. This one will be a little fat. Maybe not. So it'll be perfect, actually. Okay, nothing wasted. Everything good. And then we are going to do the eggplant with the rice. All right. So we're going to let these little babies sit right here. We're good. We're done with this one. Let me just clean this up. And we are going to move on to the soup, because that is something that needs to be ready to go. So usually for Ramadan dinner, it is the soup with the egg roll first, and then a little something on the side, sometimes ground beef. Drywall sounds like it's about to, it might, okay? Stanley Cup, oh. Aw, Brad, yeah, they're wild. Okay, where were we at? We're gonna go with this. Okay, going to move this. Got my little pan here. This is a very easy soup to make, you guys. Let me get another onion. All right, so for this one, very, very simple and refreshing, okay? This is a very sad onion. I don't know. I'm gonna get this warming up. Cut up the onion. So for this one, you can cut up the vegetables or not. You can just pull them at the end after everything has cooked down. So you don't have to be like super crazy about it. You can just kind of strain these out. If you want a super clear liquidy broth, go for it. Not clear, but because it's gonna have tomato in it. But no chunks, right? I'm gonna leave that bigger piece. Well, actually, this one had a piece that looked a little suspicious, okay? All right, put some oil in. You love onions? Yeah, me too. They're great. They're good. Good stuff. Okay, so this is warming up. We are adding in our onions into the pan. Let me just move it so y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay. Onions. And then cilantro, y'all. I know some of you guys don't like cilantro. This is not suitable without cilantro. Okay? So what you're going to do, I did wash this, but I left a little thing on. So you can put the whole bunch in just like this. Or roughly chop it. Throw that in. I'll show you guys later what we're going to do. If you throw it in all just one bunch, you can just pull it right out when you're done. But I like to cut it because I do like for it to release some of the flavor. Even more so, I should say. All right. And then I'm using some lamb. This is lamb shoulder chops, okay? Let me give this a quick wash. I'll be right back. All right, so this is our lamb right here. So when you have one of these chops, right, they're very easy to pull apart. So you see that? That's the fascia that holds the muscles together. Just go ahead and pull it apart. Okay, you can't, but go ahead and cook it with the bone in. Okay, but you can separate it. It'll make it a little bit easier to cut up later. If you want to, you don't have to do all of this. Okay, that one's fine, it'll stay. Same with this one. There you go. Okay, put it in. All right, now, so for this one, I'm going to add, again, onion powder, cinnamon, and if you've ever had like a Thai soup, hold on, what is it? I can't hear you. I have no idea what you're saying. Give me 1 second. What? Okay, say that again. I can hear you now. What? What is it? Yeah, I know. I'm making dinner. Everything. Okay, now I'm going to add the water to this. So you're going to want to cover this, right? This is a soup. So I'm going to cover it about, it has to cover everything. It has to boil. I'll tell you. Okay. We're going to start off first by just covering the meat. Okay. Meat is covered. And then I'll tell you the rest. Where's my... The next thing you're going to need is tomato sauce. This one. Now, you can also use the crushed tomato if you want. So you use one large crushed tomato like this, but put it in a food processor until it's fully processed. And then add a small one like this. If you don't want to use that, go ahead and just use a full one of the sauce, not the tomato concentrate, okay? So go ahead, just knock things over too while you're at it. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this and pour in an entire can. All right. So your sauce is going to be very brothy. It's not going to be super, super red. Okay. Now, pepper. So if you want to, I'll show you guys the two different ones. If you want to make this with the vermicelli noodles, right, the super thin ones, that everyone is ready for dinner. Yep. Yep. So if you want this to be with the vermicelli noodles, go ahead and add nothing else. This is all you're going to need. This, once it comes to a boil and the meat has cooked, you're going to add the noodles in there, cook them for about 5 minutes. If you want to use the fric, which is it's a cracked wheat, that one you're going to add a little bit of garlic to this, okay? And a little bit of caraway. So let me show you the difference. Hold on. So this is like a thick one. This is like a barley, right, that you can use, okay? Let me show you another one. But today we are going to use the other one. Hold on, let me just grab it. Where did I put it? Oh, okay. These are the ones that we're going to use. Excuse me. It does not take long. You just need to cook it until the meat is cooked. So usually about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how big your chunks are. This is a perfect soup to use like chunks of meat, like stew meat into. So yeah, not long, about 30 minutes. Once that's done, go ahead and take out your meat, and you can strain this if you want it to be super clear and, you know, presentable, I guess you could say. And then you add in your vermicelli, okay? And then in some parts of Algeria, they do add garbanzo beans to this, okay? So we're going to do that for this one. Ooh. And I am using the liquid. It does help thicken it just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to add some more water to this because I can still see that it's still a little thick. So the flavor profile of this is, I don't know if y'all have had like a Thai soup, kind of like the tom yum soup, where it's kind of citrusy with the lime, and then it has cilantro and it has onion and it has tomato. This is very reminiscent of that. It does have a little bit of that cinnamon, and it's a little bit thicker, right? So when you taste this, you're going to want a perfect balance of the sour from the tomato, but you don't want it to be super thick like a tomato soup, and you don't want it to be super tomatoey, okay? You want it to be a nice brothy soup with a good intense tomato flavor without it being overpowering. You don't want it to be super acidic, okay? So I'm going to let this cook right here. I'm going to move it. So you're going to want to cook it on high until it boils, right? So I'm going to cover it and let that cook on high. Once it boils, you can turn it down a little bit to about medium high and just let it cook. And obviously it's not going to burn. It's just broth right there with some meat, okay? Let me just give this a quick wipe, and we're going to start off frying our egg rolls. So, bring this here. So I want these to be ready before I get going on our, well, actually, you know what? While that's warming up, so I'm going to cover these. Let me just put these away real quick. And then we're going to make the filling for our eggplant. Oh, I thought I brought it over here, didn't I? to use this wax paper. And put this in the fridge. Okay, so while I have this over here, let me throw in some. So for frying, you can use peanut oil, you can use canola or vegetable. Thank you. You guys, once I set up the table, I'll have to show y'all the little table setup too. Okay, so we'll see how these bad boys do, because like I said, I've never used this dough for it. That was false advertisement, y'all. But it's okay. It's okay. It happens. Okay, so while we wait for this to warm up, we're going to start on the filling for our baby eggplants. These right here. Okay? So you're going to take your ground beef. If you have lamb, glorious. If you have a little bit of lamb and a little bit of beef, because they usually sell it by the pound. Get you a pound of lamb and a pound of ground beef. It'll be real good, okay? Or just use beef, whatever. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to add to this, let me just pull it apart. Hold on, I went and touched it. So we're going to use coriander. Okay. Oof. Onion powder. Now you can use regular onion if you want to. Usually when I make a filling, a meat filling, I use the powders because I just prefer it. Okay. Pepper. A good amount. Garlic. Minus the lid. Okay. We also have garlic paste that we can use. You do want to use a nice amount of garlic. All right. I'm going to use, I love this garlic paste. Y'all already know how I feel about this thing. Okay. Cinnamon. Okay. And then we're going to add in some paprika. Whoop. That one's done. Let me get the other one. It's right here. Okay. Paprika. I wouldn't use smoked paprika as it does change the flavor a lot unless you're a smoky person that likes the smoked paprika. Okay. Salt. Parsley. Let me move this really quick. So we are going to cut up our parsley. Wash this one again. I washed this one, but I missed a spot. I just noticed it. Did you see that? What are you doing? Huh? Okay, but don't get in the camera. You say Ramadan Mubarak.
What is that?
Say Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
No.
And me.
Yeah, you too? Okay, go ahead.
Like and subscribe.
Okay, thank you guys. Okay, go. Use
How
it.
many people are watching?
We only have 7 people. 7 good people.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
watch.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna be here at 8.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
Mama,
okay.
whenever you start, I was your first viewer.
Okay, thank you.
I was
baby.
ready on your channel.
I appreciate you. Okay, so we're chopping the parsley. This one's getting hot. And if you have fresh mint, chop up some fresh mint in here too. You guys, go on upstairs. Okay, just take it and go.
Take the whole box.
No, not the whole box. Please don't start. Go on.
Okay. Go.
All right, some mint. This is fresh mint. Oh, diesel. Oh, thank you. All right, so this is some fresh mint. Mix it in. You guys, if you are using lamb, let me tell you, it loves this, okay? Need to watch this. Let me go ahead and add it too. Now, if you, for a budget-friendly situation, if you want to add a little bit of cooked rice to this, go ahead and do that. It'll help your filling go a little bit further, okay? And then, the very special situation, this is Ras Al Hanout, okay? You can find Ras Al Hanout in international shops. You can find it in some Spanish shops. Spanish, like Spain. Okay, you can find them. You can find it online and in some Whole Foods. This is Ras Al Hanout. I'll wait till my California vacation before I try to cook. Ooh, California and lamb? Stop it. Sounds like a good time, okay? All right, so Ras Al Hanout goes in. And then let me just do one egg. Oh, I forgot the eggs were still out here. Okay, so we are going to mash this. And yes, we do need some crumb. Breadcrumb. Coming here in just a second. This is getting real hot. Let me turn it down. You guys, don't be alarmed by the size of my breadcrumbs. I have reasons for this. These are my breadcrumbs. Do you see my breadcrumbs? Okay, for this, you're going to need about a cup. And whenever you add breadcrumbs to your meat, add a little splash of water to this. Okay. Okay, this is getting real hot. Let me turn it way down. Okay. Yeah. Oh, repost? What is that? Okay, so we're going to need this just a bit. And you guys, kneading your meat like this, your ground beef or whatever meat you're using, does make it a little bit tough, but it also helps hold things together, okay? So, this is done. This is the filling. Okay, so we're done with the filling. Wash my hands. And we are going to get started on this part. This is getting alarmingly hot. Let me just move it. Well, I'm just going to add a little bit of oil to it. This is oil that I will save to use for more frying of the egg rolls, okay?
Are you gonna
Hey!
chicken?
Can you stop? Can you stop?
Yeah, but
Are you trying to not play hockey?
No.
Go upstairs. That wasn't nice. Go on. All right. So whenever we're going to put these in, you're going to want to put them seam side down. Hello, Paolo. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome in. You guys, if you want to test it, see how quickly this decides to, okay. All right, yeah, it's hot. Okay, we're going to put this seam side down. I have a feeling that it will kind of puff up because, like I said, I'm going to try that one first. Okay, hold on. Yeah. You guys remember that we use a different dough, and I will show you guys the other dough. This one is the one that you will likely find at your local store. So if you like a spring roll dough, you'll like it like this. But it's supposed to have a nice crunch, okay? It's not supposed to be like a paste. Thank you. So let's check out our soup. It's rolling, okay? So this one, okay. So I'm going to set up where I'm going to strain this because you want to strain it. Excuse the noises, but we're doing things like you guys are hanging out with me in my kitchen. So if something is loud, then it's loud. If I'm yelling at somebody, then I'm yelling at somebody. We're doing this family style, okay? Okay. You want tongs for this, okay? So, let me show you. So you guys already know? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So you guys already know that our the filling is cooked, right? So you don't have to worry about that. These can be reheated in the oven. Please do not reheat them in the microwave, okay? Well, hello, Jenny. Hi. You're going to put them in here and you're going to stand them up, okay? Give these a little flip because this is a thicker dough. We are going to give it a little bit of time, okay? And you're going to want to cook this, fry it on the lower side, okay? Oh, you're in egg roll, that's right. Look at them. They're gorgeous, you guys, okay? And I'm going to, let's see. I think I can fit one in here. No, I'll fit it in. Okay. This is what it looks like. Some of these are prettier, though that was the first one. So, you guys, I got a new rice today. It was highly recommended by somebody, and I am very excited to try it. It's supposed to be super long grain rice. This lady said it's the best that she's ever tried. Like, she didn't sell me this, okay? Like, I wasn't scammed into buying it or anything. I was at the cash register, and I was like, oh, this looks cool. And because I've tried their brand before, but not this kind. And she said it's her favorite, that anytime that it comes in, she has to hoard this, okay? Let me show you guys the rice. That's what we're going to be using for our eggplant. This one, okay? Their rice, this brand is like super aromatic. So very excited about that. And I think it'll be real good with the eggplant. I'm going to turn this up a little bit because it's getting cute. Okay. These are good. See, they are crunchy, okay? I don't know if y'all can hear that. Getting nice and crunchy. Make sure it's still on the stove. Yeah. Sweet. Just stand them up to make sure all the oil comes out. The packaging, yeah, I know it's cute. They have a purple one and a blue one too. I tried the blue one, real good. This one just caught my eye for some reason. I was like, let me give this a try. Now, if you're cooking, right, if you're frying your egg rolls and you turn it down a bit, you have to be careful that not to keep it low the entire time, especially when you go to put in a brand new egg roll to fry up, because that egg roll is going to go on some screenshot. Okay, perfect. I got it at the Arabic store. But I think that one's from Pakistan. If I saw, it said product of Pakistan. What was I saying? Oh, when you go to put your egg roll in here, you have to make sure that this isn't like kind of hot. Because if you do that, then it'll fall apart. Your egg roll will not behave in the oil, okay? Like you see this one right here, this one went in and it was a little bit too cool. Let me turn this up a little bit. So we have to kind of keep it, you know, on the hotter side. And I'll show you guys, you know what, let's go ahead and start off on that rice while this is doing its thing so we can see it together, how this turns out, okay? You guys already know my rice behavior. I'm not going to change it here. Let me get, how much do I want? I want a decent amount. Okay, do I want, yeah, I'll just, put this one in.
Let's run.
Huh?
Nothing.
Did you guys take the whole thing?
We ate it all.
Liv, are you serious? Have you lost your mind? Unbelievable. That's why I shouldn't buy those things. Hold on. I don't care. You should not have eaten the whole thing. That's crazy. That's not good. Go upstairs.
I'm trying to get water. How many people are watching?
It doesn't matter. Stop. Just, can you please go upstairs and behave? I promise you, you're not going to play the hockey if you don't act right. Stop.
Tamale.
What? It's boudette.
Oh, Buddha.
Go upstairs.
There's 11.
Okay, I'm going to count to 3. I swear to God, if you don't go upstairs.
Mama, we got watching.
Okay, give your brother one of those. 1. Go upstairs. 2.
Mama.
I swear.
Mama, what time you get these? Pick up.
Your brother can help you.
I'm getting banana. Good. That was so funny. Why did I yeah, why?
Go upstairs.
That was so funny. I was just grabbed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think let's go upstairs.
I did my regular measurements with this, and I'm going to add a little bit of oil to it. Because I always do that. And these kids, I swear. All right. Flipping this. What did they eat? Let me show you. I think the leftover box. So this is what they came. They took the box. They ate it. And then they brought back the empty box, like returning to the crime scene, basically, and just placed it where it was, except for it's empty now. Let me show you. This one. That's what they ate. All right. Let's go ahead and get this one boiling. Okay. These are just about done, y'all. Okay. Craziness, Wyoma. I don't even know, like, don't they get heartburn? It's like you ate an entire box of mint chocolate. Y'all, my eyebrows are real growing in. They're getting there. We're doing things. That one was a little thick. I think that was a little bit of makeup on there. Probably would have eaten the whole box too. It's that Taurus energy, let me tell you. All right, here we go. These are looking gorgeous, you guys. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Chocolate is life. I know. You know, listen. Okay, I'll have to show you the hoard because I got a hoard for Ramadan. I'll have to show you. It's an international hoard of chocolate. Okay, don't even get me started. Had it delivered. Okay, so there is, what did I get? I got Bounty, which is kind of like Mounds, but with milk chocolate. Okay. Okay. What else did I get? Then Lion Bar, which is my favorite. There's Flake. What else did I get? And then there's like this pack that has all the minis in it. But they're all from overseas. Okay, so I've got the rice going right here. So once this boils, I'm going to close it. Let me add some more oil. I didn't have enough oil when I poured this in. Give me a second. Okay, so I don't know if y'all know this, but Algeria has a pretty major pastry culture, okay? So a lot of like the pastries that we make in Algeria, like you can't really find them anywhere else, and we're kind of big on our pastries, okay? So I found, some of the best ever pastry brand company, they make like a bunch of pastry stuff, pastry products like to cook with. God, words. And hold on, why am I opening this? I have another one that's already open. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Did I finish it? Am I crazy? Okay. You guys, this is saffron. If you find this, get it. This is delicious and it's actually affordable, unlike any other saffron in existence. Okay? All right. So anyway, so this brand, I found a couple of things that I want to bake with, right? So this one is a crème de noisette grillée, which is roasted hazelnut cream, which is like a Nutella, but it's just hazelnut cream. They also have the chocolate one, so it would be kind of like a Nutella type, but this is for baking. I mean, you can obviously put it in something, but if you can see in there, it's obviously in a croissant, right? I wanted her to state the lift. What happened? Bounty bar. I'll try that. Thank you. Oh, you guys, I have to show you. I think, is it down here? Did I take it upstairs? No, it's upstairs. I'll have to show you guys the hoard. Anyway, let me add a little bit of oil to this. I was going to do like a haul for y'all of everything that I grabbed from the Arabic store, but I didn't. Okay. Whew. You guys, and then this is lamb powder, like lamb flavoring. You know how we have like, chicken, whatever. This one's lamb. I'm going to add a little bit to the rice. That's what's up. Yeah, so anyway, so this one, yeah, crème de noisette grillée. So we have this one. I have like vanilla galore. I have the kosher, halal, whatever, vanillas. So I'm going to be making a whole lot of Algerian pastries. So I hope y'all will be interested in that because I have to make them anyway. Oh, and this is La Belle, which is margarine. Our margarine is very different than the margarine that you find in America for lots of different reasons. Like ours is not as salty, right? So there's that. Okay, so this has started going. Let me cover it. The soup over here is just about ready. While that's happening, so these ones are ready to go. I'm just going to put this here for plating later. And I'm going to start, let me just wash this real quick, with the rice filling. Okay. Let me just move a couple of things out of here. I'm leaving all of this stuff here because I'm still using everything, so that's just, it is what it is. These are the eggplants. Let me empty out this trash bowl for more trash. Wash this. What's that? No. Move this out of the way. All right, calm down. Just going to turn that down. All right. So I'm going to start cutting up the eggplant and coring it, and nothing is going to waste. The core goes on the inside, okay? So I'm going to cut this in. Do I want to cut it in half, or do I want to do it from the top? I want to do it from the top. Okay, so we're going to cut it like this. So it depends on the kind of eggplant you're using. Butter, please. All right. Let me just move this up because I don't want to waste too much of my eggplant. Sorry about the sound, you guys. So cutting off the tops of these little baby eggplants. Show you guys a super easy sauce that we are making with this. Whoa, that just rolled right out of my hand. Okay, now we're going to take the eggplant. Had to pause to do maghrib. What are you working now? Oh, I'm doing the eggplant with the rice. So we've got the rice going so that we can check this rice out and see what we think. All right, so for this one, we can either use, if you have an apple core, use that. If you don't, you can use a spoon or a small spoon like this. Hold on, let me get another bowl because I want to save the inside parts. All right, so we're going to core this just enough to give you room to fill them with meat, okay? And don't worry, if you don't have like enough of them or whatever, because you can just make meatballs out of the rest of them, or you can use, if you don't want to use eggplant, you can use squash, you can use tomatoes, you can use potatoes. Core them and fill them, okay? If you're going to be sitting around for too long, go ahead and get you a thing, a bowl full of water and lemon, and throw these in if you don't want them to get dark, okay? If you want to make your life easier too, when you're coring something like this, just like, okay, I'll show you with this one. Just do some slits in it, crisscross like that, and then poke into it, okay? But shouldn't be a problem. An apple core thingy works great, okay? Sorry if y'all can't see. So the rice should be ready here momentarily. We are looking good. It's getting dark out. It's about to get dark. Okay. So this one, I'm okay with this being in the oven when we break fast, okay? Because we will be working on the appetizers, and then this one will come out nice and hot. That's why the rice will be ready, and the sauce will be in the oven. Now, if you want this to cook faster and you have a pressure cooker, go ahead and use your pressure cooker. What I'm going to do is that, but I'm also going to stick it in the oven later on, okay? So this one, we are going to stick this in the pressure cooker or in a Dutch oven, whatever you have. If you have a Dutch oven, that works great too. Let these cook in there because it's eggplant. Is iftar almost done? For who? It's still light. I'm 2 hours behind you, Selma. It's still light out. So yeah, so we're going to cook, you can cook this, like I said, in the pressure cooker, in an Instapot, whatever, air fryer, and then you can just stick it in the sauce in the oven. If you want to, you can do that too. It's up to you. Also, there are some people that don't like a lot of sauce with their rice, right? So this one is also good just as a side with your rice. And you can make some tzatziki or some yogurt sauce. So I could do that too. Whew. I just want to have everything ready by the time the hubs walks in. Yusuf! Stop it! Unbelievable. I don't know what they just did to each other. All right. So I will stuff these. All right. So they're all cored, okay? Where's my meat? So with the meat, okay. Hi Debbie, hello, welcome in, honey, hi. So make it just like that. Okay. Let me go ahead and get a pan to put this in. Just gonna put these in this pan. That's what it looks like, okay? So you're gonna wanna make it into like a log, right? Just like this. And then put it in the eggplant, the mini eggplant. And then smooth it out. You can also use this mixture for peppers, okay? We are making stuffed eggplant. Unbelievable. But you know what? This is the only way I can go live with y'all, is that y'all might hear the kids hollering in the background every now and then. And it is what it is. That's my real life, you guys. All right. Just about done. You guys, you can find these eggplants at H Mart, okay? If you don't find these eggplants, you can also get regular eggplants. Cut one in half. And just like you've got your eggplant, cut it in half, and then cut this one in half horizontally, and then this one in half horizontally. Core it and fill those pieces, okay? because I know you can't just find these everywhere. We're also going to make stuffed artichokes this week. What else do we have? Okra, green beans with lamb. All of these are Algerian dishes, by the way. It's the name, oh, iftaria. Stuffed onions, yeah, of course, for sure, for sure. But you can basically stuff any of the veggies that you have. If you do have a filling left over, if you don't want to use all of it, or if you're kind of done with what you're doing or whatever, you can always freeze this, okay? Freeze it, take it out, defrost it the way that meat should be defrosted, however you'd like to defrost your meat, okay? And then use it to stuff something else, okay? The rest of them are going to be meatballs. You can also make them into these like little football looking things, okay? Just like this. Just like that, okay? Just to kind of give them a different look so it doesn't look like a meatball. But it is what it is. So I already know that the other filling, this filling is not going to be the same thing that I'm using for the artichoke bottoms. So, oh, I had a dream about looking for artichokes last night. Couldn't find any to save my life. I think it's a sign I need to make some. Interesting. Wait, were you looking for artichokes in a field or artichokes in the store? It does. It does. Kind of like the same way that you would freeze, but just remember, y'all, okay? It has to be, if you're doing this, when you're using fresh meat. Now, don't take that advice for meat that you've just defrosted to make something and then refreeze. Yusuf! Stop it! Okay, I'm taking notes. Taking notes. The insanities. Okay? All right. So you guys, with meatballs, right? When you're going at it with your meatballs, you can pan sear them first, okay? Prior to adding, wait, let me see. The artichokes you were looking for were the friends we made along the way. What? What? Girl. No, that's very interesting. Huh? I love you too, but you're not behaving. I don't like to end the I love you too, but, you know what I'm saying? But ma'am, sirs, people, come on now. Can we act right? Okay, so here's this, okay? Let's check on our rice. Where are we at? And this looks good, okay? We're moving this. We are moving this and this out of the way. Wash my hands. All right. I'm keeping this one. Well, I don't know what to tell you. You guys are acting up. I said you better stop. You better stop. Or you're not going to be playing any hockey and I'm going to take away that Stanley Cup. Do you want me to take away the Stanley Cup? Do you want the Stanley Cup? Yeah. All right. Let's check the rice, you guys, really quick. Let me turn off the soup because it's done. Okay. Okay. Do you see the rice? This looks gorgeous, you guys. This rice? Are you kidding? Oh. My goodness. You guys. This is gorgeous. Look at it. I'm impressed. What is that? Hey, come down and clean it up. Literally right now. Yusuf, get down here and clean that up. You're going to help him do it. Okay, so here's the soup. I'm going to take out the meat and strain these things. Okay? All right, so stop. Go on and clean it up, please. Andrew, don't be yelling. Clean up your mess. Okay, so I'm going to... I don't care. Clean it up. Yusuf, I'm going to move these right over here.
Why did you step on me?
Stop it. You're going to have to give me a minute. So you have the egg rolls right here. What is it? What happened? What happened? Okay, you're okay. You're okay. Okay. Nothing. Except this one, let me see everything that we did. All right, I'm going to strain this. Right in here. Let me just move this out of the way. Okay. So at this point, you can take the meat and cut it up into small pieces, into like serving size pieces. Okay.
Well, since you spilled my water down there, I'm just gonna get myself a new one. Mom, it smells so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it smells so good. And can I have a plate for me?
No, just go upstairs, please.
I'm trying to get water.
I said go upstairs.
Can I get water?
Yes, you can get water and then go upstairs.
Why are you taking off your underwear?
Okay. What? He's struggling. Can you please help him?
It's wet.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so this one is going to have a quick boil. So once this boils, you're going to add, hey, just take it off and help him find another one, please. I'm not going to tell you again. Go upstairs, go find another one. You know where to find it.
Where will Daddy be home?
Go upstairs. Hey, Yusuf, take it off and leave it there and just go find one upstairs, please. You're fine. You're okay. Just take it off, honey. For the love of God. Okay, so take this one, or whatever vermicelli you're using, okay? What you have to do with this is you just have to be careful not to add too much, okay? Okay, so this one, you're going to want to cook the vermicelli noodles for about 6 or 8 minutes, okay? And obviously at this point, taste it. taste your soup and see if it needs anything else. You can add a little bit of water to it if you feel like it's too thick. Okay, so I'm going to get on here and I'm going to set up for dinner. I will cut the meat just a little bit. Let me just move these. I'm going to set the table. I'm going to get this one cooked. So basically this one is just going to be cooked in some oil and garlic and some butter. If you want to, you can also make a garlic and tomato sauce to pour right over this, okay? But I'm going to also serve it with a side of tzatziki sauce. I posted a tzatziki sauce before. It's pretty easy. Just yogurt, dill, cucumbers. Yes. Noodles. It says this one, cheveux d'ange, which is angel hair. And you put that in the soup. And what else was there? What was I gonna say? Oh, so the tzatziki sauce, you just want to use some fresh dill, some chopped up cucumbers, a little bit of garlic. You can add a little bit of scallion, or you can use some onion powder if you want to. And you can add a little bit of mint to it if you want. You know, that's also a way to do it. That's more of like the Arab way to do it instead of Greek. So yeah. So you can serve it with this. This is the rice. This rice looks very, very good. It's giving orzo vibes, even though this is rice, okay? So that's what we've got. Like I said, I'm going to cook this up. The soup is done. I'm going to, and the egg rolls are done. So I'm going to set the table. We do have to break fast with dates and buttermilk, and it's just about getting to be that time. So the hubs should be here anytime soon. So I'm going to go and set up the table. I'll post a picture of everything set up and ready to go. It does look, it's this one. I just bought this. It's new. So it looks beautiful. And then I don't know, later, if I'm thinking maybe I do want to do one of these like late nights, a prep type of situation, or pastries. So we'll see how that goes. But so I can open one of these for y'all if you want to see how it looks. So that's what it looks like. I had truck stop for Skoburger. Now I'm ready for real food. Yeah, you need some real food, Wandering. I can't imagine doing that all the time, to be honest with you. All right, y'all. So I hope everybody has had a wonderful day. Thank you. And I'll show you guys once I get the table set up and ready. Thank you so much. And I hope everybody is doing well. And hopefully y'all will come hang out for the rest of the stuff. Like I said, I will be making a lot of pastries, a lot of Algerian pastries mainly, because that's kind of a big deal during Ramadan. And yeah, all right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging with me. And hopefully we will see each other very soon. Like I said, I might do some like a late night baking type of thing that we can have together. Okay. Love you guys. Take care. Happy Ramadan to all of those who celebrate or observe, I should say. All right.